Good day there once again, viewers. This is your mate Kamikaze78 here, coming to you guys with some more Planetside 2 content. Today guys, I want to bear our attention towards the big old space station that has recently found itself orbiting Araxis. The Sanctuary. Sanctuary has long been dubbed the social hub of Planetside, a place where members of all factions can come together and put aside their petty differences for a few moments. You know, soak in the view, check out some consoles for some news tidbits, and maybe even participate in one of the circle ceremonies that take place on the station. And with all that, there is some basic functionality on the Sanctuary right now as well. But there's no denying also that it's a bit empty right now. The feature set isn't here entirely, it's not fleshed out yet, and the devs know this. They have stated clearly that this is stage 1 of the Sanctuary, and they have every intention of giving it the feature set it needs to make it a more permanent and meaningful fixture to the game over just being, you know, a place to cash in errands. So with that, I figured I would do a quick video talking about some of the features that I would like to see added to Sanctuary. Just some ideas that have been floating around in my head that I thought would really help to double down on what Sanctuary is meant to be, and that is Planetside's social environment. Firstly, and I think this is an easy one, we need to get cross-faction voice chat going. Now, I know that this was something that the developers wanted in Sanctuary on its first iteration, but with all of the voice chat related issues that have been plaguing the game over the last month or so, I think we can see why it was pushed back a bit. But I know the developers have been making some awesome strides in making sure that the core voice chat mechanics in the game are a little bit more rigid nowadays, so I think it's now time that we're allowed to talk some smack, some friendly smack, if you will, to the planet mans that we are normally deliberately trying to shoot a lot. But I can hear what y'all are saying now. Cammy, that was a huge cop-out. That is something that they were planning to add to Sanctuary from the get-go, and we already knew about it. Okay, let's talk about the meat and potatoes, the ideas that will help turn Sanctuary into the hub it is meant to be. First and foremost, I would love to see outfits have the ability to advertise themselves on the station. If the intention here is to eventually have all players come through this station, it would be a great introduction to have a physical, actionable version of the current outfit browser that we have via the game menus in-game already, but on Sanctuary. Yes, the menus do a good job as it is at listing all the outfits and showing new players what these outfits are, but the menus are hidden in, well, menus. A player simply isn't going to load into the game and start browsing through menus from the get-go. No, they're going to want to explore the physical environment in the game. So having said physical environment dedicated on the Sanctuary to outfit recruitment will catch the attention of more players and bring them to the social outfit side of the game a little bit more effectively. We have to keep in mind here that it is proven that new players are more likely to continue playing the game if they join an outfit. So doubling down on this and ensuring that new players do see an area like this will help out a lot. Now, on the topic of outfits, I want to go one step further. One thing that I think would be a really great addition to the Sanctuary would be an outfit war room. And when I say that, I mean an instanced location on the Sanctuary that outfit members can use to group together, hang out, talk smack, so on and so forth. Now, we've got a pretty blank canvas here with a room like this. What about some features we can add to it? Now, what I think would be a really good starting point is inter-outfit trading, a trading system that allows outfit members to trade certs and ISO and stuff like that between one another with the intent of helping newer players in the outfit get a little bit more invested into the game and a bit more confident with their loadouts in battle. You could also take this one step further and add in something that I've seen basically every other MMO do that incorporates guilds or outfits, and that is an outfit bank. You know, give veteran players who honestly have far too many certs and ISO to spend the ability to deposit this stuff into the bank so that newer players who come along can make a request to withdraw some of those funds to outfit leads, and if accepted, it helps them grow their own personal loadouts to be more combat effective in the outfit. I think it's a great idea. We could also maybe move the resource and merit vendors that are already on Sanctuary into this room, if you will, to sort of treat it as though the outfit has a personal quartermaster and contractors that go out on these resource expeditions to help benefit the outfit. You could also have a section of the room where outfit officers and squad leaders can place their personal loadouts on a panel as an example for newer players to build towards as they continue on. And if that user, for example, has all of the items in that loadout unlocked, they can just copy it to their own personal loadout slot if they choose to do so. You could also look at doing this for vehicles too, if you wanted to go down that path. Hell, you could even have the outfit ops schedule displayed somewhere in the room as well, and maybe even have a spot for talking about up-and-coming events within the outfit too, if the outfit lacks a Discord or a forums. You know, maybe we could even see some aesthetic customizations for the room as well, if you wanted to go the whole 9 yards. Really give outfits a space that they can call their own if they just want to relax a little bit. This, I feel, would be an awesome addition to the Sanctuary and really bring in some serious functionality that it desperately needs, and it gives players a reason to visit the Sanctuary often. But hey, why stop there? Outfits are important, yes, but what about the all-important social aspect across all the factions and all the players in those factions? You know, it would be nice to get some cool activities in the Sanctuary that players can not only use as training tools while they're waiting for deployment to the next continent, but also as a way to challenge fellow Planetmans. For example, I think it would be awesome if there was a firing range in Sanctuary that had different challenges and presets that you could use to hone your skills with. So to further paint the picture, an aim tracking tutorial that tests your aim against moving targets, or maybe a flick-orientated course that allows you to test your ability to quickly correct your aim against a new threat in a random location downrange. I'm sure you guys have seen the plenty of websites out there that have these different quote-unquote aim training exercises, and Planetside could honestly look at incorporating that into Sanctuary to help new players improve. And if you wanted to add that social element to it, which I obviously do, you could have multiple leaderboards so players could test their skills against one another for a bit of fun. You could also have this said leaderboard rotate on a weekly basis and offer a 100 cert reward for the leader of a particular aim trial. That could be a pretty cool way to challenge each other and get rewarded as such for it. And yes, I can hear you guys typing it out now. Cammy, we've already got firing ranges in the VR training facility. Why add them to Sanctuary? Look guys, I think we can all admit that the firing ranges in the VR training zone don't do a lot for improving your aim, and they're not social at all. They just act as a weapons testing facility, and I think they're a little bit of a missed opportunity. I think a firing range-like environment that works on particular skills, all the while pitting players against each other in areas like time and accuracy, would be a really neat addition to the Sanctuary, especially, as I said before, if the developers want this to be the primary waiting zone between continents. Something that I've also seen suggested a lot throughout the Planetside community as of late as well in regards to Sanctuary is something along the lines of a duels room. You know, a room where you could challenge a fellow Planetman to a duel of different natures, whether that be air-to-air, infantry versus infantry, flash versus flash, you get the idea. The room could even be a VR room that reconstructs a digital environment that tailors itself to the kind of duel that you're about to have. An execution like this I think would work quite well with not just the lore of the game, but also would keep cross-faction or even inter-faction rivalries strong. I know that something like this would also give players who want to learn more about ESF dogfighting a more official and invaluable resource if veteran players are happy to teach them. Some have also sported the idea of there being a racetrack in the Sanctuary, and while I don't know if that will work in regards to it fitting physically, holy shit, would it be fun. A nice and chilled way to dominate your fellow Araxians on the racetrack, just in a more positive way, I guess. And lastly, I would also like to see some direct integrations of community content into the Sanctuary. It would be awesome to see the Araxis war correspondent Robert Stoneman's videos playing on a big screen in Sanctuary somewhere. Hell, the developers with their Feature Friday can also use that featured video in the Sanctuary on a big screen too. Or if they choose to, they could have some more informative content from contributors like Commander Sirius on display directly in the client to help players out, all of which could really give the Sanctuary some additional life and just make it feel a little bit more purposeful in the current ecosystem. Oh, and just sort of a last minute ad-lib addition to this list as well that I've literally just come up with as I'm, recording this. I think it would be great to get a new tutorial for Planetside 2 for new players, but if you did it in the Sanctuary, you could have it in a VR-like environment. You could have the room, again, reconstruct based on what the game is trying to teach you. It would really cut back on a lot of the sort of useless running that the game made you do in the last tutorial. I think the devs could really craft an engaging, informative, and enjoyable tutorial using that as a basis, but we'll see if they choose to do so, but I think that would be a really, really good opportunity there as well. A missed one if they don't go down that path. Anyway guys, with all of that said, that wraps up today's video discussing the Sanctuary. Let me know what you thought of my ideas in the comment section down below, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you guys would like to see added to Sanctuary as well. Do you think I'm on the ball here? Do you think I'm completely off my game? Let me know. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. As always, if you enjoyed the video, backhanding the like button would be greatly appreciated, and a backhanding of the subscribe button if you're new to the channel to keep up to date with all things that we're releasing here. As always guys, if you want to support the channel further, social media links are in the description down below, as well as my join memberships button for this YouTube channel as well. Once again guys, it's been a pleasure. Take care, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Have a good one guys.